Nestled high in the Colorado Rockies, the Stanley Hotel stands as a beacon of grandeur. Its red-roofed facade and sprawling grounds have welcomed guests for over a century. Visitors come from across the globe to experience its charm. But the Stanley Hotel holds more than just stunning scenery, it holds secrets. This is particularly true in room 217, a space forever linked to the unexplained. In the annals of horror literature, few names resonate as strongly as Stephen King. His chilling tales have captivated readers for decades. It was within the Stanley Hotel that The Shining was born. In 1974, King and his wife were the sole guests. The emptiness sparked King's imagination. The Overlook Hotel was inspired by the Stanley. The hotel offers Shining-themed tours, embracing its place in pop culture history. The year was 1911. A fierce storm raged through the Rocky Mountains, unleashing its fury upon the Stanley Hotel. The power flickered and died, plunging the building into darkness. Gas lamps, a common source of light at the time, were lit throughout the hotel, casting long, dancing shadows. Among the staff working diligently that night was a young woman named Elizabeth Wilson. Tasked with tending to the needs of the guests, Elizabeth moved through the darkened hallways, unaware of the danger lurking just around the corner. The storm raged on, its howling winds a constant reminder of nature's raw power. The air crackled with electricity, setting the stage for a tragedy that would forever alter the course of the Stanley's history. As Elizabeth entered room 217, she had no way of knowing that she was about to become forever entwined with its story. In that moment, as the storm reached its peak, the unthinkable happened. Elizabeth Wilson, a young woman full of life and promise, had recently relocated to the grandeur of the Rocky Mountains. The Stanley Hotel, with its stately presence and air of sophistication, had called to her. She joined their staff, eager to serve the needs of the hotel's discerning clientele. Elizabeth's days were filled with the tasks of her position. She navigated the halls with a quiet grace, tending to each detail with meticulous care. Guests appreciated her kind demeanor and her dedication to ensuring their comfort. But fate, it seemed, had other plans for Elizabeth. On that stormy night in 1911, as she entered room 217, her life took a dramatic turn. The gas lamp, lit to combat the power outage, exploded. Elizabeth was thrown back by the force of the blast, her body battered and bruised. Yet miraculously she survived. Section 5. The Return and Beyond. Following the explosion, Elizabeth was rushed to receive medical attention. Her injuries, though severe, were not life-threatening. With time and care, she recovered. Amazingly, she even returned to work at the Stanley Hotel. Some might say this was an act of bravery, a testament to her unwavering spirit. Others whispered that perhaps Elizabeth felt tethered to the hotel, drawn back by an unseen force. Whatever the reason, Elizabeth continued to work at the Stanley for several years. She eventually moved on to other pursuits, leaving her mark on the hotel's history. She lived out her days, passing away in the 1950s, but her story, forever linked to that fateful night in room 217, lived on. And as the years passed, whispers began to circulate, whispers of strange occurrences in the very room where Elizabeth's life had been so dramatically altered. Section 6. Whispers in the Walls. Time marched on, and the Stanley Hotel continued to welcome guests through its doors. But a palpable shift occurred in the atmosphere of room 217. Guests reported unusual events, occurrences that defied logical explanation. Belongings moved mysteriously, as if guided by unseen hands. A pervasive chill settled over the room, even on the warmest of days. Whispers of Elizabeth's presence lingered in the air, fueling the growing legend of room 217. Some guests claimed to feel a presence in the room, an unseen entity observing their every move. Objects vanished and reappeared without reason. Lights flickered erratically, casting eerie shadows that danced across the walls. The staff, accustomed to the hotel's quirks, spoke of Elizabeth with a mixture of respect and apprehension. Section 7. The Honeymoon Suite. In the annals of paranormal encounters, some stories stand out for their chilling authenticity. One such account originates from room 217. It involves a newlywed couple eager to celebrate their union amidst the splendor of the Rocky Mountains. They had booked room 217, unaware of its eerie reputation. Exhausted from their journey, they retired for the night, eager to begin their life together. But their dreams of romance were shattered in the dead of night. The husband awoke with a start, a cold shiver running down his spine. He felt an unnerving presence in the room. His eyes darted to his suitcase, which lay open at the foot of the bed. It had been neatly unpacked, despite their exhaustion upon arrival. He turned to his wife, but she remained sound asleep, seemingly untouched by the unsettling events unfolding around her. Section 8. Seeking Answers in the Shadows. Word of the unsettling events in room 217 spread, attracting the attention of paranormal investigators from far and wide. Armed with electromagnetic field readers, digital voice recorders, and thermal cameras, they descended upon the Stanley Hotel. Their mission to document the unexplained and shed light on the mysteries of room 217. Through their investigations, evidence began to mount. Electromagnetic field readers spiked erratically within the room, suggesting fluctuations in electromagnetic energy. Voices, seemingly from beyond the veil, were captured on audio recordings. Thermal cameras detected cold spots, areas of significantly lower temperature, often associated with spiritual activity. While skeptics remained unconvinced, the evidence was compelling, suggesting that room 217 was indeed a hub of paranormal activity. Section 9. Why room 217? The question that lingers in the minds of many is why Elizabeth's spirit, if indeed it is her presence that is felt, remains tethered to room 217. Some believe that the trauma of the explosion created a spiritual imprint, a residual energy that replays itself over and over. Others speculate that Elizabeth, deeply connected to the Stanley Hotel, chose to remain within its walls even after death. Perhaps she felt a sense of responsibility for the guests, a desire to ensure their well-being. Or maybe, in the afterlife, she found solace and comfort within the familiar surroundings of the hotel. Whatever the reason, room 217 stands as a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Section 10. A Legacy of Intrigue. The Stanley Hotel, with its breathtaking scenery and rich history, continues to captivate visitors from all walks of life. But it is room 217 that holds a particular allure, drawing in those seeking a brush with the paranormal or a glimpse into the hotel's storied past. Whether driven by curiosity, skepticism, or a genuine belief in the supernatural, guests flock to room 217, eager to experience its unique energy for themselves. Some seek evidence of the paranormal, while others simply want to spend a night in a room steeped in history and lore. And as the sun sets on the Rocky Mountains, casting long shadows across the Stanley Hotel, one thing remains certain: the legend of room 217, like the spirits that are said to reside within, will continue to fascinate and intrigue for generations to come.